Good morning and welcome back to your all-access live coverage of the Long Island Media Arts Show presented by Five Towns College. I'm your host, Jace DeMarco. Right now you are looking live at the Five Towns College Performing Arts Center. Soon, College President Dr. David Cohen and members of the administration will welcome high school students from across Long Island. The conference's keynote speaker, Emmy-nominated director and cinematographer Romeo Tirone will then take the stage. But first, we're going to Jack Barden in the gallery.
Hey Five Towns, we're back here outside of the PAC by the gallery. We just saw a couple of students looking at some of their submissions here on the wall today. And we are getting ready soon for everybody to go to the PAC and check out guest speaker today, Romeo Tirone. But before we check that out, we got a chance to interview another student here today. I'm here with Molly Connolly. How you doing, Molly?
I'm doing good.
Awesome. So what brings you today?
It's a school field trip. I am actually really excited to be here. I was looking stuff up online, and this school seems very interesting and up my alley.
Yeah, awesome. Cool. Are you interested in anything specific field-wise at Five Towns?
I think the court reading would be very interesting. I've been looking at some lawyer stuff, but I also really like photography and the TV, television stuff, like kind of TV, but really mainly photography.
Awesome. And is there anything with today's visit that you're especially excited to see? Any of the guest speakers, any of the guest events?
Unfortunately, the one I really wanted to go to was this morning, the idea to perform the performing arts stuff. So we just came in a little late, but other than that, I'm very much excited to see the other two things. It's more learning how to model and stuff, or photos, and then another thing is social media stuff.
Awesome. And as a student, as you're starting to maybe think about the idea of college or another school or something like that, what are some things that you're specifically looking for in a school, especially kind of like Five Towns?
You were speaking to me earlier, but I really strive for connection, especially with peers and my teachers, whatever. And you said this place was small, so I think that's really good for me. Mm-hmm. And just art. I really like art.
Well, that's awesome. I mean, this is Five Towns Creative College. Molly, thank you so much for your time. Now, everybody back in the studio, we're going to give it back to you.
Thanks, Jack. Now, we're heading back to the Performing Arts Center, where the Long Island Media Arts Show welcome and keynote presentation is about to begin. Let's listen in.
Yeah. I don't have any. Yeah, I don't have any. We're just gonna have to run with it. Well, yeah. All right, everyone, if you can make your way to your seats, make your way to your seats. We're gonna get started. All right, everybody, clap once if you can hear me. Clap twice if you can hear me. Give me 3 times if you can hear me. All right, there we go. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the 2026 Long Island Media Arts Show. All right, make a round of applause, come on. There we go. I love the hype, I love the energy. All right, well, good morning, everyone. My name is Michael Cavalli. I am the Assistant Dean for Campus Life at Five Towns College, and I am honored for this opportunity to welcome you all today to our 2026 Limas event. On behalf of our planning committee, we are thrilled to have you all here for this annual celebration that we host at the college. I'd like to begin by extending appreciation and thanks to our 2026 Limas coordinator, chairperson for the Interactive Media Arts program at Five Towns College, Professor Sharon Reiber-Pertz. Yeah. Thank you, Sharon, for putting this event together, putting up with me in the process of doing that. But your commitment to curating spaces for creative expression in this event and the many other opportunities you create for your students all year long are a pillar and mark of support for aspiring artists and creatives of all designations. Thank you. Any great leader is supported by a greater team around them, and we also owe thanks to the dedication of today's judges, speakers, portfolio reviewers, production designers, food services, facilities, and our team of student and staff volunteers that made today possible. Thank you all for your dedication and care in laying out this experience we can all enjoy today. And lastly, and arguably most important, give yourselves and one another a round of applause. Yeah. Whether you are here featuring your creative work, honing your skills, expanding your network, or you just came here for the field trip, please find moments throughout the day today to celebrate one another for your respective talents and the immense courage that it takes to put the work you've created out into this ether to be able to be shared in this space. So thank you all again for being here. We really appreciate the opportunity to host you all. I just want to take a couple of minutes just to cover some general housekeeping for today's event. For many of you, this is the first time that you're at Five Towns College. As you're navigating our campus, please make sure to use the map and schedule located within your program to help you find your way from session to session. If you're in need of any assistance or guidance throughout the day, you can identify all of the members of our team wearing the black t-shirts with the blue writing, same one that I'm wearing, right here, to find us. And in the event of an emergency, our public safety officers will also be patrolling the campus and can be identified wearing maroon polo shirts. Basic principle, when in doubt, call us out. We're here to help. It's also important that we can identify our attendees for today's event. When you arrived this morning, your teachers and chaperones gave you a blue bracelet. Please make sure that you keep that on for the duration of today's event. It identifies you as a registered attendee for this event and will help us to more quickly identify individuals who may not be registered or do not belong on campus for this event today. Today's event takes place entirely within this building. We ask that all attendees and participants remain within the building unless directed outside by your school faculty, chaperones, or by Five Towns College personnel. If you need a breath of fresh air, you are welcome to step into the central courtyard that's right next to the cafeteria just outside of this room. We have also designated a quiet area where anyone that's feeling overwhelmed or overstimulated can get away from the noise of this exciting interactive day for a little bit. Our student access office team will have their doors open to those who need to recharge their energy and go back to the event as soon as they're ready. This office is located in room 106A, and any of our volunteers can direct you there should you need. Lastly, and most important, please ensure that you remain in contact with your school staff throughout the day. With that, I hope you all enjoy a wonderful experience at the 2026 Long Island Media Arts Show. All right. And with that, I'd now like to turn the floor over to our college president to deliver a special welcome message to each of you. Please join me in welcoming Dr. David Cohen to the podium.
Welcome to the 34th edition of the Long Island Media Art Show. Give yourselves a round of applause. We have two of the original founders of the Long Island Media Art Show right in the back there. I see them. Why don't you guys stand up and take a round of applause? Bill and Doug. There are more high schools here, more students than have ever attended Lima's in the past. How many of you were here last year or the year before or in prior years? Just raise your hand. So you know we're in for a great day, and we really are. So many high schools, I was going to call them all out, but I can't. So what I'm going to ask you to do is, I'm going to count down, and on 3, I just want you to shout out the name of your high school so that everybody knows that you're here. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, that'll wake you. That'll great you. Thank you. Thank you all for being here. As college president, of course, it's my opportunity and my responsibility to give the shameless plug for Five Towns, right? So if you're a media artist, we're interested in you. Five Towns College is Long Island's creative college. Whether you're interested in film or television or broadcasting or music education, if you're interested in theater, acting, or musical theater, if you're interested in business programs or court reporting programs, computer graphics or IMA or mass communication, we hope that you'll take a look at Five Towns College. I'm pleased to also announce that just this week, the New York State Education Department registered a new program for Five Towns College in production design. If you're the type of student who likes audio and sound and building sets and working with photography and graphic design and paint, if you like working on theater sets and film sets, we hope you'll take a look at the production design program at Five Towns College. We put that together with the National Association of Schools of Theater, and I think that you'll find that it's a really unique program. Finally, Five Towns College is a residential college. We're an athletic college. And again, we're a creative school that gets to know you individually, so we're glad you're here. So again, give yourselves a round of applause for being here. For those of you who were here last year, we were so fortunate to have Carl Finn Dempsey here, and we were so thrilled to bring in artists from outside the college. But this year we turned inside for our keynote speaker, and I'm so proud to introduce this member of our faculty. A Brooklyn-born, New York City native, Five Towns College film professor Romeo Tirone broke into the film industry through music videos. His first credit came in 1986 as a camera operator on the legendary Aerosmith and Run DMC collaboration, Walk This Way. How many of you know it? How many know the song? Okay, I'm not going to walk this way, but you'll know. If you were at Five Towns College last fall during convocation, you would have met the director of that music video, John Smalls, who was also here working with our students. Professor Tirone continued his career in music videos, eventually moving up to cinematographer, the position he has held on most of his projects. In the early 1990s, Professor Tirone branched into commercial work and camera work at large televised live events, as well as music videos. His first work in feature films came in 1996 as cinematographer on the crime drama Lowball, co-starring rapper and musician Everlast. After working on a number of made-for-television movies, he was handpicked to be the director of photography on the cable hit Dexter, starring Michael Hall as police forensic investigator who moonlights as a serial killer. That's why I can't watch it, because it will make me nervous. Dexter brought him a coveted Emmy Award nomination for the work that he did. He later moved into directing on Dexter, helming several episodes in the later seasons. Professor Tirone works regularly on the stylish and atmospheric HBO vampire drama True Blood. This year, Professor Romeo Tirone joined the full-time faculty at Five Towns College, where he now works to prepare the next generation of motion picture storytellers. So do me a favor, please give it up for Professor Romeo Tyrone.
Hang on. We good? Can we? Are they changing? Hold on. All right. Sorry. Yep, I hit it. Sorry, I'm having trouble with some technical difficulties. Please stand by. I'm hitting it. Sorry. Okay. That's great. I'm sorry. There we go. Hey, thank you very much. And it's a pleasure to be here in front of you. So all those clips were from my iPhone. We all put it together. This is all my work that I did, and I would shoot every stunt I did, and it was so nice to see it up there, and that you guys appreciate it. Eric King, Gokes, right? Everyone knows that meme. I shot all of those. So I'm more comfortable behind the camera, so forgive me if I'm stumbling a little bit here in front of you all, because it's the first time I'm doing anything like this. But I just welcome you here to Five Towns College at the Long Island Media Arts Show. I'm going to talk about my path, and hopefully maybe it'll influence your path and just show you how I move through things. Again, I've been in the business for 40 years, and I know time is different, but the business is always changing, especially in media arts now. There's so many outlets. There's podcasts, there's TikTok, there's so many more things. Everyone here probably has a studio in their pocket with their iPhone. You can make movies right now, and it's something that I couldn't do. I had to find other people to do it. So I feel like the future of filmmaking and media is with you guys right now, and I appreciate it. Give yourself a hand for wanting to be it, because it's a great place to be. So I went to St. John's University, and I went for communications, and I really didn't know what I was going to do. And I took one practical filmmaking class, and that was with a professor named Don Finnemore. And he said to me, you know what, you're good at this. And that's the only thing I needed to nudge me to follow my passion, to think, hey, I'm good at this. And having someone like that to say that it just put me on my path. I can bring it right down to the moment he said it. That's where I started. I was just a young kid getting out of college. All I wanted was a job, and I got a job at General Camera in New York, which was a camera rental house that did commercials and motion pictures. And I learned the equipment, and I met people. And where I met people like my mentor, Tony Mitchell, and Crescenzo Notarelli. That's me in the background there. Got a lot more hair and not as white. But so I worked with these guys, and I went anywhere they went, whether I was on the job or not. One day we were in California, and we were shooting a commercial and the producer asked me to help one of the PAs on the job, Ralph Zeman, to shoot a music video. I thought I was going to be the camera assistant, and I ended up being, oh, sorry. First, with these guys, I did the first thing I did. President Cohen was so nice in saying I was the operator on Run DMC Aerosmith, but I was really the loader. So this is the first video that I did, that I worked on. Oh, what's going on? Click. 1, 2, 3, 4! Music was changing, the breakthrough, the disruptor was music videos. Everyone thought that music videos were just a throwaway, and it became an art form within itself. And this was a huge hit, and I was so proud to be part of it. Although I really didn't operate on it, this is where I was. I was in the back loading mags, and I loved it. I spent 24 hours at a theater in Jersey City when we were shooting this, and every time the song was playing, I had to reload a mag, and so I always feel the roughness of my thumb when I was changing those Arri mags. I went through, I followed them everywhere, and I was in California doing a job, and like I was saying before, where I was kind of messed up, but I met Ralph Zeman, who was a PA on the job, and they asked me to help them out on a music video, and I said, sure, because I knew connections was everything, and that's what you have to realize. The people sitting next to you right now might be the person that you'll be working with or collaborating with. So I got an opportunity, I got there, and I was the cameraman, I was the cinematographer, and this is what I shot. And I shot music videos, I made mistakes, but it was such a new medium that anything goes, and I really loved it. And I was following my passion, and I stayed in LA, and I shot more music videos. And it was just such an exciting time. Oh, come on. Oh, Ozzy Osbourne you just missed. Hold on, maybe I can go back to Ozzy. Let's see. Ozzy, please. All right. There it is. Ozzy Osbourne, which is one of my idols, and I couldn't believe I was shooting him, and we did some amazing stuff with him. And then I did Faith No More, which became a big hit on MTV. And then I did the first Tupac video. Yeah! The Hughes brothers came to me through another connection that I had, and they said they're doing 2 videos, and then if I could shoot it for them, and this was the first video called Trapped. So then I moved back to New York, I met my wife, and I had 2 children, 2 great sons. And I started my career back here in New York, and I had to find some other things to do. The music videos were still happening, and I started shooting commercials. And I started getting into it, because when you're on commercials, you get to use a lot of great equipment, and you learn so much stuff.
Hold on there.
So this is the kind of stuff I was doing.
You think. Not all cleaners kill E. coli and salmonella. You never know where they might turn up. Lysol antibacterial.
So while I was doing commercials, I had another friend who I met, and he was a director for commercials, and he was about to do a feature. His name was Michael Cuesta. And Michael basically and I were talking about this film that we were wanting to do for about a year, and then we finally got enough money to do it, and we shot this film called LIE. LIE was shot in Dix Hills. This was done about a mile from here between exit 51 and 52, and we did an old Charlie Chaplin trick where we put another railing in front of the railing, so he's not actually going to fall in, but he's safely about 6 feet away from the real railing. But it looked so good, and the perspective from the cars, they all thought he was really on the railing. It was Paul Dano's first film, and also Brian Cox was in that film. That film went to Sundance in 2000, and I really got the bug now to be a filmmaker, but a storyteller, not just showing products and showing bands. And that's, again, my passion kept progressing. I was progressing with the times. And again, all the people that I met were connections that I needed to have. With that connection, Michael Cuesta went to do the pilot of Dexter, and they brought me on when it went to series, and I started working on Dexter. I never knew how to shoot a television series, so all I wanted to do was shoot cool shots. And I got better and better at it. In the second year, the second season of Dexter, I was nominated for an Emmy for cinematography in prime time. And thank you so much. So while I was doing Dexter, I did another show called True Blood. And True Blood was an HBO show. And while I was on True Blood and Dexter, I said, hey, I really want to direct. Because I realized right from the first thing I was ever on, I always had an opinion on what happened in front of the camera, not just what my small job was or my part of it. I always wanted it to feel bigger, and I always felt like I needed to express myself and have a little bit more control. So on Dexter and True Blood, I shot 60 episodes of Dexter as a cinematographer, and then I directed 6 of them. And on True Blood, I did 25 episodes as a director of photography, and I directed 3 of them. And so that brought me into directing. And once I started directing different shows, like Nurse Jackie. Why is this not working? FBI. Blind Spot, Once Upon a Time. Yeah, good shows. And then Constantine. So, again, this is all about connections, right? Every person you meet, you have to assume that they are going to enhance you and help you create your art. So there was a writer on Dexter whose name was Daniel Cerrone, and he was show running Constantine for NBC. He asked me to shoot it as a cinematographer. Even though I was directing, I wanted to work with him, and so I had a block of time that I could do it, and I shot the pilot for Constantine. While I was on that pilot, I kind of just mentioned to Daniel, like, I can be a good producer-director. And so as a cinematographer, on a show, you're the keeper of the look of the show. So every director that comes in, you try to keep it so that the show stays the show. And then when I became the producer director, I did that at a higher level. I became a creative executive producer, which I felt like, oh, this is a great place for me, and I really enjoy it. And you sense this ownership of what's going on and all the art that's going on in the show. So Constantine gave me that, and then I went to the most recent thing I did a bunch of different shows as producer-director. The most recent thing I did was a show called Manifest, which was on NBC. And we did the 3rd season through COVID, which was really rough, and then we got canceled. And it was like, and we got canceled because we weren't getting that 18 to 35-year-old demographics that everyone wants. The first couple of seasons of Manifest ended up on Netflix, which was a deal that they had, no one really even knew. And once it was on Netflix, the 18 to 35-year-olds was watching. So there was another disruption. Streaming was a disruption. Just like music videos came in as a disruption, streaming's a disruption. And so we realized that then Netflix gave us a season 4, and we did 20 episodes to finish the series, and it was really, really great. From there, I went to the Tick, and I was on the Tick, but since then, I became a professor, right? And then I was deathly afraid, like, oh my God, how am I going to teach in front of kids? I learned so much, and I never really had a lot of formal training, but then I realized what you need to understand the most is collaboration and problem solving, and that's the thing that I emphasize. This is like something that's coming from my directing class that I do here now. So on the Tick, I get a script, right? So as a director, you get a script and you have to figure it out. So the script is telling me there's a guy who shoots a RPG at a bus, and the Tick has to save the people on the bus. And his sidekick Arthur has to go in and save people on the bus. So I have to collaborate. I get on there. I have to collaborate with people, and I have to find out through the visual artists and the special effects artists. We create storyboards. Hold on, here we go. So we started creating storyboards to figure it out. We had to find a location in New York City that had a bridge, and we found that in Tudor City on the Upper East Side of Manhattan. The bus, I have to figure out how to create gravity in the bus so the people feel like they're hanging off the bridge. And then I had to figure out, which was one of the hardest things, is how the Tick is going to hold on to the bus. And I was thinking maybe I'll just do a big green square, and then the visual arts people were saying, yeah, but that's going to make every shot a visual effects shot, and that's going to get really expensive. So one thing as a director, and when you're creating anything, you have to understand your resources, your time and money, and the people that you have with you, and you have to kind of manage that. And you're the head. Every decision has to come through you. You're the sieve as the director. So we try to figure this all out, and with everyone, it's a collaborative art. So I had a lot of great people thinking about it, and we came up with, more storyboards. We came up with this. We're going to take the bus and we're going to put it on a flatbed truck and we're going to angle it down. And we shot it outside the studio like that. We recreated the railing that was from the location. And so we shot everything that was in the bus at the stage. And then I had to figure out, how do I get him hold the back of the bus? And the special effects guy goes, you know, the whole piece of the back of the bus comes off. We can take that and put it on a crane. So here we are in Tudor City doing it. And the Tix is really enjoying it. And so there was like a whole bunch of people together to create this one scene. And look at that, like I always laugh at behind the scenes shots because there's more crew than there are actors in front or people in front. And that's actually a crane coming from the same crane company that we have in the gym today, because I'm doing a workshop on how to shoot a music video and how to operate camera. So I hope you guys come there because it's going to be really cool. But so we figured this all out, and I'm going to show you what we ended up with.
Arthur! You okay?
I nailed the bastard, boss. He won't go down.
Give me that thing. We'll hit him where it hurts. In the civilians.
Citizens, the tick is here, and I got a bus to catch!
Everyone, clean up! Okay, come on everybody, off the bus, let's hurry!
Curse your lack of structural integrity!
Okay, come on.
Arthur, jump in! Help them!
You want me to get on the bus?
Sooner would be better, yes!
So all this stuff inside the bus was shot at the stage, and then everything else is on location with just the back of the bus.
Okay. There we go. Take this last scene.
Citizens, look out below! Letting go of bus in 3, 2...
Wait! Where's my baby? He's in the bus!
Arthur, hurry!
Hello? Baby?
Arthur! Time! Running out!
I got him!
Arthur!
Yay!
My beautiful baby boy.
What a beautiful child.
Pretty sure that's a dog tick.
Right.
This was the scene today of an explosion that rocked the Baxter Township overpass.
So that was the tick. So throughout my career, it was all about connecting with people that I met along the way, and that's what you have to start collecting now when you're making decisions of where you're going to go next. You know, find people that are like-minded and want to create things together. Everything's changing. The tick is on Amazon streaming, so streaming changes everything. Everything now is on TikTok. There's vertical shows now. There's so many things that are opening up. You are the future. What you see is what you're going to have to be working in. So you got to be careful because there's a lot of noise sent out at you. They always want to monetize your eyeballs, and sometimes they're feeding you stuff that's really not that good. So if you like a movie, figure out who directed it or figure out the history of it. Find out where the things that you like and cultivate your own taste so that when you get to make decisions and you're creating something, it's coming from you, not from some computer because you punched it into an AI program. You want to be the human element that digests it. Yeah. So be creative and don't let anyone stop you from following your passion. Thank you very much.
Bring up the house lights. Can we get the house lights? House lights. House lights.
House lights.
Can we get the house lights up?
Yeah.
All right.
You guys
Give
are
him a round of
great.
applause. Before we go any further, hold on one second. My baby! Good job.
Thank you.
We have time for just a few questions before we move on to the next session. So are there any questions? I see one in the back.
To say it again?
How long does it take to make a Dexter series?
So is this mic on or am I on here?
They're both.
Okay. So when you're doing a television show, you come in as a director. Sometimes you get the script the night before, and you have 7 days prep and 8 days to shoot it. So with weekends in there, it takes about 21 days to do an episode of television. Dexter was, we were actually a 9-day show when we started, and we were a huge hit on the first season. So in the second season, they only gave us 8 days, so we had to cram a lot into it. So that's usually like the way an hour show goes. So it's really cramped, and you have to work really fast, and you have to make a lot of decisions. And that's why you should always make decisions as from your guts a lot of times, because you want to go with your first instincts, because that's usually the right thing to do. And understand you have to collaborate with everyone. Everyone on a film set and a television set is an artist, and they all want to do their best work, so you have to give them the opportunity to do that.
Excellent. All right, thank you. There's a question way in the back, standing up.
I don't know anything about the programs there, and it's hard. Like, I'm just new in academia here, but what I can say is shoot as much as you can and do everything you can. Give yourself away. Work with other people. Your capital is what you can do for other people, so that builds up, and then as you get into a professional level, those are the people who are going to be. The people you're with right now are all going to rise in the same way you are, and everyone who's in the business, you'll be able to see them. Well, I remember them from there, from college or from wherever we were, and you'd always make sure that networking and those connections are the thing you hold on and value the most.
Excellent. There was a question right here in front. No, did we lose him?
I think
right here.
Someone there.
Right there.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh,
I didn't forget you.
All right. So, you think you have any upcoming projects that you would love to direct?
Yeah, I always want to direct. In fact, I work with the students here, and I make sure that I'm always directing them. But yes, I have upcoming projects. I don't have anything on hand right now, but yeah, I still want to direct. I'm still a working professional. I'm not just a professor. I still work, and I'm going to work more. And I think that's a really great thing that I can bring to Five Towns College is give that real life experience to my students.
Way over there on the side. Yep, you. Yep. No. Oh. Right there. Yep, with your hand up.
Yeah.
What was your favorite episode of Dexter that you directed?
Oh, my first one, I did it with John Lithgow. It was in season 4, and it was called If I Had a Hammer. And it was when John Lithgow and Michael C. Hall meet, that's the Trinity Killer and Dexter meet, and it was amazing. John Lithgow was an unbelievable person to work with. I can't even say enough great things about him. But that was my favorite. It was my first directing, too, so I was really working hard, and everyone was with me. It was wonderful.
Right here in front.
Here you go.
Go ahead.
Either one. We'll do both.
How did you feel after being able to make such an important and successful piece of media?
How'd you feel after making these?
I felt great. I mean, it was interesting. Once I started shooting for story, and like I did LIE and Dexter, I realized that how much people really value it. Like, you people cheered for Eric King, who he was on the show for only 2 seasons, but yet his meme is everywhere. So I really feel like, yeah, it's great. Yeah, Eric King, let's go. He's watching you.
We're gonna take this question right here, and then we have 2 in the back.
Okay.
Oh,
last
okay.
one.
Last
okay,
one.
Let's see.
How did you find your passion for film?
Well, again, when my professor at St. John's said, hey, you're good at that, and I realized, yeah, I am good at that, and that gave me a thing. And my mentor said, you have an eye. And those gems that I was holding, that they gave me the passion to follow my bliss and follow it the way I want to. And the more I watched films, too, the more I wanted to be. I grew up in front of the TV. Just like you guys are in front of screens, I was in front of the boob tube, and I watched and watched and watched. I used to watch the 4:30 movie every day after school, and that was my film school, too. And that being fed with that made me have the passion for it.
Okay, so we can't take any more questions because we're running out of time, but Professor Tyrone is on your program. He'll be running a couple of workshops. You can find him there. And if you can't reach him there, you can always reach him at the faculty office here. During the week, I'm sure he'll be happy to talk to you. Before we adjourn, I say you never really know who's in the audience.
Not adjourning. There's more people.
Oh, we're not adjourning yet. I'm told that in the audience is world-famous international comic Kevin Shandman. Is he here? Kevin Shandman. I was told. All right, he's walking around the building. Anyway, I'm going to turn the floor back over to Karen Bush from our admissions office. Thank you for attending.
Thank you, everyone. And let's give it up one more time for Professor Tyrone. He's just one of the many faculty members that we have that are all working professionals that mentor our students every day to help you build your careers in the creative arts. As Dr. Cohen said, we are Long Island's Creative College, and we really specialize in those professional degrees that help creative individuals get their start. Things like media and technology, music entertainment, film and television. So we're really happy that this room is filled with creative individuals. And if you want to learn a little bit more about Five Towns College, I do strongly recommend that you go out into our Upbeat Cafe. Our admissions team is there to talk to you and teach you a little bit about our programs. We also have campus tours that are scheduled for Block 3 and Block 4. Some of you have signed up, but if you didn't sign up, there's still room on the tours. We would just ask that you meet in the lobby gallery at the beginning of either Block 3 and 4, and we'll take you to some of the creative spaces, student centers, the dorms, and things like that. So I do recommend that you take advantage of that. Additionally, I want to make you aware that we do have We do have a pre-college summer program where we offer students an opportunity to take classes in our media arts, our music, our technology programs. All of our classes are taught by our professors here. We bring in our A-team, and it is rigorous academics. where students, if they take one class, can earn up to 3 credits. If they take 2 classes, they can earn up to 6 credits here. So these are credits that apply to majors at 5 Towns. And for students in this room today, we are offering $300 scholarships for the second class. But you need to speak with our team out there, sign up today, and we need to get you registered by April 1st to take advantage of that scholarship. So I do hope that you take advantage of that, or at least learn a little bit more about the program and what we offer. Additionally, for all of our creative friends out here, we are already starting to think about how we can grow and improve our Limas for next year. So we're bringing back something special, and that is we're going to be offering a poster contest. Now, next year, and I can tell it's a controversial theme, we're bringing a theme called Teaching and Creating in the Age of AI. Whether you love AI, you hate AI, everybody has a feeling about it, but it's here, and let's see how we can harness it. So, for this poster contest, it is live now. You may scan the QR code. It's on our website. We want you to get involved. Teachers, you can assign this as a class project, whatever you want to do, but we're taking your designs and we're going to be applying them to the marketing and the poster, the programs, everything for next year. And then lastly, as I said, we're trying to grow and improve our Limas every year. So I'm just going to ask you, you're going to have it in your inbox, in your email right now. We do have a survey. Your feedback is valuable. It takes 5 minutes to complete that survey. So I ask that you just do that on your way home. So that's enough for me. We're going to transition over to our award ceremony. And again, thank you so much for coming, and congratulations. Best of luck to all of you. Okay. Oh, one more thing. Make sure you get your Limas t-shirt. Right outside, you're going to have to just meet with our team. You get a blue t-shirt, some other stuff out there. All right, have a great day.
No, I have nothing to do. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. I'm very excited to see you again this year. So we're about to start the awards ceremony. So if you are a nominee, I hope that you are in this room. And so we are going to be playing a video that will show you all of our nominees and those recipients of awards. I ask that you remain seated until the end of the video, and then you're going to come up and get your award, and we're going to get a picture together. All right, so play the videotape.
Welcome to the 2026 Long Island Media Arts Show nominations and winners announcement. As the awards are being announced, please stay seated. All winners will be called up to the stage at the end to receive their awards. Let's begin.
Here are the nominees for Best Abstract. Crescendo, Phineas Burns, North Fork. The Complexity of a Heart, Grayson McCauley, Wheatley. Cosmic Cowboy, Hannah Rudnett, Oyster Bay. Contained Light, Joshua Rodas, Bellport. Obsessions, Manha Ahmed, Patchhog Medford. Simply Nonsensical, Philip Burns, Deer Park. And the winner for Best Abstract is Contained Light, Joshua Rodas, Bellport. Here are your nominees for Best Representational. Prayer, Connor Garcia Rivas, Long Island High School for the Arts. Washed Away, Allison Belax, Wheatley. Chinese New Year Celebration, Alicia Chen, Sai Aset. "17, Zen Naimushina, Long Island High School for the Arts. Lull of the Tides, Ziqian Zhang, Plainview. Nebula Magnificentiae, James Kasongsong, Northport. And your winner for Best Representational is Lull of the Tides, Ziqian Zhang, Plainview. Here are the nominees for Best Animation. Target Down, David Glorioso, Half Hollow Hills West. Noir in the Wall, Benjamin Krieger, Patchhog Medford. Burst Point, Ethan Zaratan, Long Beach. Pen Spinning, Yuan Chen, Great Neck South. The Right Train, Juwei Zhou, Sayasit. Isabella D'Alessandro, Long Island High School for the Arts. And the winner for Best Animation is Noir in the Wall, Benjamin Krieger, Patchhog Medford. Here are your nominees for Best Alternative Films. Internet Girl, Frank Kokar, Philo Camo, Patchhog Medford. Christmas Music Video, Christopher Emmerich, Locust Valley. Three Scenes from the Cracks, Maximus Mistina, West Hampton Beach. Money Game, Raffaele Giannatasio, Locust Valley. Sweetheart, Taryn Boylan Thorpe, Northport. Through Forgotten Doorways, Jeff Rayner, Northport. And the winner for Best Alternative goes to Through Forgotten Doorways, Jeff Rayner, Northport. Here are the nominees for Best Nonfiction Films. Valentine's Day at MHS, Gabriel Micheli, Massapequa. The Cost of Racing, No Second Chances, Ethan Gelson, Long Beach. Reach Out, Casey Breimer, Long Beach. Distracting the Driver, PSA, Samantha Pinello, Long Beach. Making Big Fish, Aino Boyle, East Islip. HOSA Club, Sean Dempsey, Massapequa. And the winner for Best Nonfiction Film goes to The Cost of Racing, No Second Chances, Ethan Gelson, Long Beach. Here are your nominees for Best Photograph. I Belong Here, Caitlin Powers, Mineola. Strong Roots in the Harsh Winds, Jamie Weissman, Northport. Firebird, Jillian Hoyer, Northport. Peripheral, Caitlin Melling, Oyster Bay. City Lines, James Murphy, Northport. Renaissance Gaze, Juliana Cassese, MacArthur. And the winner for Best Photograph is Firebird, Jillian Hoyer, Northport. Here are your nominees for Best Narrative Film. Bottle Episode, Dylan Hertzoff, Long Beach. Miss American Pie, Elizabeth Juravlev, Locust Valley. The Resolution, Jake Haft, Long Beach. Carne, John Zatwarnicki, Locust Valley. Looney Land, Kingsley Nitnit, Long Island High School for the Arts. Address unknown. Noam Borenstein, Long Beach. And the winner for Best Narrative Film is Carne, John Zatwarnicki, Locust Valley. Finally, for their support, submissions, and attendance, Five Towns College and the Long Island Media Arts team would like to present the Long Island Media Arts Engagement Award to Berry Tech for their outstanding efforts. Congratulations!
Can we please have all winners come to the front of the stage? Carne. Carne. Lull of the Tides. Lull of the Tides? Okay. Through Forgotten Doorways. The Cost of Racing, No Second Chances. Firebird. Contain Light. Noir in the Wall.
All right, let's give one more round of applause to all of our award winners, nominees, and submissions. All right, well, with that, everyone, that concludes our keynote session. So we are now going to adjourn and head to our next breakout sessions. For those that are attending lunch, that will begin in the Upbeat Cafeteria, just out to the right. Please enjoy your sessions, everyone. Enjoy the rest of the day.
Tell the winners to come get their boxes.
Winners, please come get the we have boxes for your awards too. The team can give those to you right back here on the stage if you come back up.